Okay, so to start our lesson for today, we are going to talk about our biggest issue, which is, when we start trying to remember words, we will be like when we start speaking, what was the word? I forgot. So to overcome this problem, I'm preparing for you some phrases that you can catch up and use them whenever you feel like you're stuck or you're hesitating to remember the next words. I divided them into different situations. Like, for example, if I'm forgetting a word, what shall I say? Or if I'm trying to get to the next point or the next idea that I want to say, what to say until I get it right. Okay, instead of start hesitating or saying I forgot. So instead of those mumblings, now we know how to speak with confidence. By the way, it's not a big issue. A lot of native speakers, a lot of fluent speakers, actually, they still mumbles. It's not about that they don't know what to say or they still weak in their language. Of course not. It's about this is what happens when we talk naturally. Even in Arabic, and I'm going to speak right now in Arabic. مرات لما نحكي بالعربي شوي من نصفن إنه شو كان اسمه بدي أعمل هيك. So this mumbling, it's totally fine, when you are trying to speak languages. And when you are a bilingual or more, if you speak more than 2 languages, it's totally fine. يعني إذا أنا بحكي أكثر من لغة، لغتين أو 3 أو أكثر، بصير عندنا التأتأة كتير موجودة، بصير عندنا باي languages أو باي words لكتير كلمات بأكثر من لغة. مرات يمكن بتصير تحكي الجملة الواحدة بمقسمة كلمات من كل كلمة بتكون من لغة تانية. That's totally fine. بس إحنا عم نحاول شو نعمل؟ نلاقي الجمل اللي بتساعدنا ما نتأتأ ونعلق كتير لما بدنا نحكي بالإنجليزي. So right now I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. And we're going to start talking about those situations, how we can overcome with them, and how can we, manage the situation. As you can see, phrases to learn so you can stop mumbling and speak with confidence. So here in this session, actually, we know how to overcome those problems. Also, we know, we get to know like new words. Maybe you will get to know 2 new words that it's like the first time you're using it. Now, you can listen and pay attention to the way I'm spelling those words, the pronunciation as well. بدنا نركز يعني على شغلتين. هاي الشغلة رح تحل مشكلة التعليقة التأتأة بالحكي وأصير أحكي بثقة. وغير هيك إنه إذا في كلمات جديدة علينا إحنا رح نصير نعرف نقرأها إذا بتركزوا بكيف عمالي بلفظ الكلمات. So I'm gonna turn off my camera right now so we can have a good screen sharing. 1 second. Okay. So to start with it, when you forget a word, I forgot it, I can never remember it. If you can't remember a word in English, you can use those phrases. What's the word? It's like, and then you move on. Try to explain it. What's the word? It's like a flower, but not the flower that we smell. بكون قصدي طحين بدي أحكي بس ناسي طحين فبحكي it's like a flower. flower بطحين كمان نفس اللفظ في معنى مختلف. I forgot the exact word, but it means, and then I'm saying the meaning of it. For example, I want to talk about gravity. I forgot how can I say gravity. If you forgot to say gravity, simply you can say, the force that pulls everything into or forward the ground باتجاه الأرض. شو هي القوة اللي بتسحب كل شيء باتجاه الأرض؟ And then I will tell you, oh, do you mean gravity? Yeah, it's gravity, okay? So those phrases that we can use them whenever we forget a word, all right? Moving on, if I say it's similar to, if you remember a word, but you want to know another one, for example, it's similar to big. I want to look for other words that means big. I will tell you big, marvelous, huge, X large, XX large. If you want to talk about clothes, if you want to talk about buildings, we can say enormous for buildings, you know, like big castles in Europe, those are enormous. They have enormous doors. Moving on, these are examples over here, you can see. I forgot the exact word, but it means when someone talks a lot. Oh, chatty. This is how I remember chatty. I explained it. I said the meaning of the word. So you can use one of those 3 sentences from here, okay? So if you want to describe it, you can say it's something you use to, the usage for. I use it for what? It's a kind of, like it's a kind of clothing. It's a kind of, how can we say it? It's a kind of materials or appliances. Then I will know that you're talking about either a laptop, a fridge, a cooker, microwave, etc. It's the opposite of, for example, I forgot, how can I say big? And then I will tell you it's the opposite of small. Oh, you mean big? So those 3 phrases, we can use them if you want to describe something. And then there's the example. It's something you use to clean your teeth. Oh, a toothbrush. So this is the tip for the first situation. If you can't remember the word or if you want to describe it, don't freeze. Just keep the sentence alive with these small bridges. Those useful phrases are like small bridges. I can use them to connect with the next idea or with what I'm about to say next, but I forgot. I forgot the word or I want to describe it. So I will be using one of those 6 phrases to keep the conversation alive, to keep myself like, you know, I'm not pausing, I'm not stopping to talk. No, I keep on going on, I keep on talking, and this is how I can do it, okay? Moving to situation number 2. When you hesitate in Arabic means أتردد, or need time to think. If you need to earn time to think about what you want to say, you can simply use, for example, the situation, you need a second to think. Give me a second, let me think what I want to say. So either you say, let me think, that's a good question, and then you have a second to remember what you want to say, or how to order your sentence. I need a moment to find the right word. I need a moment to find the right word. While you're saying these phrases, okay, you use those phrases. While you're saying them, you know or you remember what to say. As the examples that we can see over here. That's a good question. I think I traveled to Japan. I still want to think about where I want to travel. So until I remember or until I think about where I would love to travel, I will use that's a good question, for example, or let me think. I think I would love to travel to Japan. And then I didn't pause. I didn't show that I'm weak in my language. I didn't show that I have no idea what to say next. So I used let me think, or that's a good question. And then I use the next sentence. If you're searching for an idea, I'm searching for an idea, you can say what? How can I say this? Oh, how can I say this? Maybe the person in front of you will tell you, oh, you mean like this, like that. And then you will say, yeah, of course. Or that's a good question. I need a moment to find, what I'm trying to say is, let me put it this way. We're using those 3 phrases to talk about something that you're searching for an idea. So how can I say this? Oh, I didn't enjoy it at first, but oh, I love it. So for example, if I'm asking you about this Zoom session, what do you think about the Zoom session? And you still searching for, your opinion. Do you like it or not? So maybe you will say, what I'm trying to say is it's a little bit boring, for example. Or how can I say this? I didn't enjoy it at first, but now I love it because now I'm practicing on the listening skill, and I'm practicing on, I'm having some really good tips that will push me forward to speak English better. Okay. So here's a tip. Native speakers use these all the time. It's not only you. And if you use them, it doesn't mean like, oh, I'm still weak in my language, I can't speak English most probably, and I need to use them. No, of course not. Also, native speakers use them, and that's the key, number one key for you to start speaking English fluently with confidence. Moving on to number 3. When you make a mistake, if you make a mistake while you're talking, this is how you can retrieve it. Retrieve it means in Arabic إني أرجع عن الغلط. You want to correct yourself. بدك تصحح لنفسك. So you will say, sorry, I mean, or let me say that again, or actually what I meant was, okay? So one more time. Sorry, I mean, let me say that again. Actually, what I meant was, as the example here showing us, I went to the gym yesterday. Just try to use one of those 3 phrases and move on. In Arabic, لما تبعتوا لي مسج انتو تسجيل صوتي ويصير في عنا خطأ وأنا أوعى على إني أنا حكيت إشي بالغلط، شو بعمل؟ بحكي مثلا بارح شو صار معي، فبحكي إنه أنا رحت على الجيم بعدين روحت، فبحكي I go to the gym. Oh, let me say that again. I went to the gym. Okay? Or actually what I meant was that I went to the gym and got back home. So you can use those three phrases to talk about or to retrieve your mistake. حتى أرجع عن الغلط تاعي. I'm correcting for myself, and this is amazing. إذا وصلت لهاي المرحلة إنه أنا عرفت إنه في خطأ ورجعت عنه وصححته, that's amazing. Then you're learning even better and better. Situation number 2, you realize you said something wrong. أنا أدركت إنه أنا حكيت إشي غلط. Wait, that didn't sound right. حكيت هلأ doesn't ورحت زبطتها وعدتها. Wait, that didn't sound right. Let me fix that, or let me fix that. بتقدروا ما تحكوا let me إذا متعب عليكم. You can use it, you can say the abbreviation, the shortcut of it. باختصار نحكيها let me fix that. Okay? As the example, wait, that didn't sound right. I wanted to say I'm used to it. All right? So the tip here is confidence isn't about being perfect. مش للكمالية عم نوصل. الconfidence الثقة ما بتوصلني إن أنا أصير خلص شخص perfect. I speak perfect English language. Even native speakers, they make a lot of mistakes. So it's about knowing how to fix it naturally. أنا بقدر أصلح الغلط لما أخطأ بالكلام أصلحه بطريقة طبيعية by using those kind of phrases. باستخدام those useful phrases. Okay? Moving on to number 4. If you lose your train of thoughts, قطار الأفكار. Now, all my thoughts are in my brain, in order. I know what I want to say, but sometimes this order get messed up, or I forget what I want to say. So I can use those 2 situations. I can use the useful phrases in front of us in this table. For example, you suddenly forget what you were saying. I'm talking, but oh my God, what I'm saying, what I was talking about, I forgot. نسيت شو كنت بحكي. So you can say, where was I? What I was saying again? All right, I was talking about 1, 2, 3. Okay. So as the example, where was I? All right, the trip to Aqaba. Where was I? Oh, of course, talk like Alia. You want to continue smoothly. If you want to continue smoothly, يعني خلص هيك ببساطة بسهولة أنا أكمل كلامي anyway, or as I was saying, or back to what I was saying. Let's get back to what I was saying. I told you 1, 2, 3. Now I'm trying to move on to do this and that, for example. Anyway, I think practicing daily is the key, okay? Anyway, as I was saying, I think practicing daily is the key. Back to what I was saying, practicing daily is the key, all right? For the tip here, you can use these phrases to reconnect your thoughts. I can use those phrases to reconnect my thoughts, and it sounds smooth and confident. Trust me, you're not only struggling, even native speakers. I myself sometimes make those mistakes. It's totally fine. When you feel nervous or embarrassed, if you feel nervous or embarrassed, if you want to stay calm, try to use those phrases. I'm still learning. Give me a second. It's on the tip of my tongue. I know this word. Wait a second. I'm gonna explain here a little bit in Arabic for the ones they find it difficult to understand me so far. إذا بتحب تضل هيك هادي راية وأنت عم تحكي لأنك توترت أو محرج إنك تحكي بالإنجليزي, try to use those useful phrases. I'm still learning. Give me a second. The person in front of you, الشخص اللي أمامك عم بيحكي معك بالإنجليزي, بس أنت انحرجت منه مش قادر تكمل. عادي كتير, وقف واحكي له أنا لسه عم بتعلم, أعطيني شوي ثانية أركب الجملة. So you will say I'm still learning. Give me a second. It's on the tip of my tongue. لساتها على طرف لساني, أنا متذكرتها بس إيش نسيتها هيك للحظة أو معجوق فيها. عرفتوا كيف؟ I know this word. Wait a second. أنا بعرف هاي الكلمة, استنى لا تحكي, أنا بدي أحكيها. I want to remember this word. So it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, it's environment and بيئة. Okay? If you want to keep going, you can say, hello, let me try again. Let me try again. Okay, one more time. I'll explain it differently. Those three phrases will help you when you want to keep on going, to keep talking, okay? For example, let me try again. It's like when someone is very excited, okay? And then I will tell you, oh, enthusiastic, متحمس. بتكونوا نسيتوا كلمة متحمس, بس أنتم منحرجين مثلا أو متوترين, وهذا الشيء طبيعي. فبروح بحكي, بتروحوا أنتم تستخدموا إنه I'll explain it differently, or let me try again. It's like someone is very excited. I will tell you, oh, it's enthusiastic, right? So the goal isn't to speak perfectly, it's to keep speaking. Keep speaking. Those connectors will help you a lot in that. Moving to number 6. When you want to sound confident, I want to sound confident. To start your idea, okay? In my opinion, from my point of view, if you ask me, okay? This is how I start my idea. I will express about my idea, so I can use those three. If you ask me, confidence comes from practice, okay? If you want to end your idea, you can say, that's basically it. That's what I think. So yeah, that's my answer. It's all about practice, okay? So these phrases help your English sound organized even when you're nervous. If you're nervous, you can use them to start or end your idea by using 3 useful phrases for each situation. Moving on to number 7. When you want to remember what to say next, rephrasing on the spot. I'm trying to remember what I want to say next, so I will rephrase what I said, okay? This is what I really actually did right now. أنا حكيت لكم إياها إنه أنتوا إذا بدكم تتذكروا شو بدكم تحكوا هلا عفوا, بتروح بتعيد الحكي, بترجع بتعيد صياغة الحكي. This is what I did in English twice, وبالعربي عدته نفس الشيء, عملت rephrasing. So these lifesavers phrases help you keep talking while your brain, catches up on what you want to say. So they sound natural, confident, and keep the conversation flowing, okay? Even when you forget what comes next. أنا ناسي شو بدي أحكي بعد هيك, so you can use them. For example, if you use your flow, أنا عم بحكي وفجأة وقفت وعلقت مش قادرة أكمل. Use one of those useful phrases. Let me think how to say this. I was going to say something about that, or there's another thing I want to add, okay? For example, I was going to say something about that. Oh yes, the pronunciation. The pronunciation is amazing, okay? You need to ace this skill, and you move on with the rest of the idea that you want to talk about. You're searching for your next sentence. If you're searching what you want to say, like next, up next, you can say, what I wanted to say is, and then talk about it. I had a point about that. Let's see, where was I going with that, okay? Those 3 sentences will help you to search for your next sentence. For example, what I wanted to say is it's really about daily practice, okay? So when you forget what's next, don't stop. What you gotta do is, use these small phrases, buy you 3 to 5 seconds, enough for your brain to find the next idea. In Arabic, we say, إذا أنت ضيعت مش عارفة كيف أكمل، شو أحكي الجملة اللي بعديها، ما أوقف وخلص هيك أصفن وقاعد أفكر، لا، بروح شو بعمل، بستخدم واحدة من هدول 3 جمل عشان يكون هيك أنا زي عم بشتري 3 ل 5 ثواني زيادة من وقتي لحتى هيك خلص بمخي أرتب النكست idea وأحكيها. تمام؟ So this is when you forget your next idea. But when you want to rephrase or explain your idea differently, we have it in the following. نحكي, you want to say it in another way. If you want to say it in another way, أحكيها بطريقة مختلفة. In other words, what I mean is, or to put it in another way, In other words, the more you speak, the more confident you get, okay? I used in other words, and then I rephrased or explained my idea. هون أنا بكون عم بحكي already عن إنه the more I speak, the more confident I will get، بس حكيتها بطريقة وبعدين حطيت in other words بدي أكمل حكي لأني رحت عملت rephrase، إعادة صياغة لحكي أو شرح أكثر للفكرة تاعتي بطريقة مختلفة. You want to make it clearer. Let me explain that better. Another way to say that is, I'll try to say it more simply. For example, another way to say that is, it's easier when you stop worrying about grammar, okay? So fluent speakers don't say things perfectly. Remember that. They fix their message smoothly. Rephrasing is fluency. Here, those tables are like a cheating paper for you. ورقة غش بتساعدني إني أنا أصير أحكي أكتر وأكتر، أنطلق أكتر. So rephrasing is fluency. يعني this is a really nice trick that you can catch up, okay? A really nice trick that you can catch up and start talking about it instead of mumbling, hesitating, and then stare at the wall for seconds to remember what you want to say. It's just easily to use one of those phrases, and rephrasing what you are saying, what you are talking about, that will help you. And this is, one of the fluency top skills, okay? So number C, when you want to fill a pause naturally. I was talking and suddenly I paused. So I want to fill a pause naturally. I will say, if you need 2 to 3 seconds to think, you can use those. You know what I mean? Let me see. I guess what I'm trying to say is, okay? أنا عم بحكي وفجأة وقفت لا هيك شوي مش عارفة شو بدي أكمل، فشو بحكي؟ بتقدر تشوف اللي قدامك إنه تشيك عليه إنه he understands you, he is with you، متبع معك. You know what I mean? Are you trying to understand what I'm saying? Or you can say, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. I guess what I'm trying to say is, and then you move on. Here you're buying yourself more time. For example, you know what I mean when you speak without planning too much, or you're connecting ideas. If you want to connect ideas, you can use those phrases. So basically, anyway, as I was saying, okay? So basically, fluency starts when you stop being afraid of mistakes. And this is the tip for this situation. These are your bridge phrases. They help they help your speaking sound connected, like native speakers who are thinking out loud. It's like, you know, when I'm talking to you and I'm thinking out loud, oh, what's my next line? It's going to be like this. You know what I'm saying? Okay. See how I can keep on talking. I'm not stopping and I can use it easily and smoothly. Now, with that idea, I leave you with the mini practice activity for you. You can say, now I want you to imagine you're in the middle of talking and suddenly forgot what comes next. Instead of stopping, say what I wanted to say as, or let me put it in another way. This mini practice, try to apply it with me from today until a week. Within a week, you will stop mumbling. It's a challenge. If you can do it, you're acing it. Try saying it out loud if you can. Okay? In Arabic, هذا تحدي راح يكون من اليوم لأسبوع. If you keep using those whole sentences, useful phrases for you to stop the mumbling عشان توقفوا التقطيعة، توقفوا والأم أنا نسيت شو بدي أحكي، استخدموا الجمل اللي أخذناهم هلأ كلهم في الزوم هذا، تمام؟ وحاولوا تطبقوها معي ابتداء starting from today من اليوم for a week. I'm just talking about 7 days, 7 days, so you will stop mumbling. It will help you a lot. Basically, that was our session for today. It's all about how to talk smoothly, how you can stop mumbling and speak with confidence. Hope you guys loved it. Hope you guys liked it. Now I will pause the recording. Can't wait to see you starting the challenge today, and I will leave it until the rest of the session for your questions.